Hey, what's up? I'm back. Now, I know in the previous video we talked about GTA 5, which is very unrelated to this movie, trust me. It has nothing to do with that. So it might be a little inconsistent with, the content I upload, but I don't really care about consistency and stuff. That much is clear. So today I'm going to talk about this little horror sci-fi film called Nope. Yes, you've probably heard of Nope. It is from the famous Jordan Peele of Key and Peele as well. They had some funny stuff. And it's actually one of my favorites from 2022. And you know why? It's because this movie is fucking awesome. I really wish that there was more stuff like this that was like groundbreaking and like unique in what a horror film can bring you. It is a really cool twist on a common idea. Now, obviously, you probably already know Jordan Peele from creating two other horror movies, one being Get Out and the other being Us. Personally, out of the movies that he has made, I believe that the best he's made is Get Out. However, it's not my favorite. There's a difference between best and favorite, which I clearly should have learned from the last video, but I mean, we move, we ball. So, the first point I wanted to bring up about this movie is the alien. God, the alien in this movie is so fucking cool! The alien in this film is like really, really terrifying and unique, and let me explain why. So basically, it's this giant flying saucer, which is pretty common in UFO movies, and it hides itself in the clouds. You don't really know what the hell it is, and the way the movie is built up, you assume that it's just going to be this normal UFO. There's even this one scene in the film where the main character, OJ, is in a barn, and he hears a weird-ass noise, and just like any rational person, he decides to go near it, and what he finds is this terrifying thing with this giant head and these weird little black eyes, and then you take off the mask and you realize that it's just a little kid. It's just some kid that's f***ing up their farm. But even that is just like a little setup to make you think that this is just going to be another UFO movie. It's just going to be another alien movie. But it's not. The UFO, the flying saucer in this movie, the one that's right up here somewhere in the clouds because it's always hidden, the little UFO is actually a fucking giant monster in the sky. What do I mean by that? Well, when it's sucking things up, it's not doing so with some fancy alien technology like you would assume. No, it is sucking them up with its mouth and then digesting them, and you can hear the people scream in terror. And that's not even discussing its final form. That shit looks crazy. It's not aliens coming from a ship. The alien is the ship. When that thing sucks you up, because we saw what happened to the other people, when these guys get sucked up, it's so terrifying because we know that, oh, they're done. Like the whole time, this alien thing just feels undefeatable. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this movie is the message. The message in this movie is pretty hard to get when you only watch it once, but if you watch it a second or even a third time with some of the context from the previous watch, it is so crazy. So before I talk about the message of this movie, I need to introduce you to a little character named Gordy. Gordy is this actual chimpanzee in a sitcom from the 90s. For one of the episodes of this sitcom, they were filming about Gordy's birthday, right? And you would assume it's just all going to go smooth as butter. But that doesn't happen. Gordy ends up going insane and starts eating the fellow cast members that are on the set of the sitcom. He starts tearing apart people's faces. He literally eats the dad. And the only one he spares is this little boy under the table who is supposed to be Gordy's best friend in the show. The thing with Gordy and this little boy in the sitcom is that they give each other a fist bump because they're best friends. So Gordy reaches under the table with his hand and his face covered in blood and tries to give this guy a little fist bump. But then guess what happens? He gets gunned down for acting out, for acting like a wild animal, for acting like who he is. He gets punished for this. So we cut to that guy that survived the monkey attack into the future, and it's this guy. This guy's name is Jupiter. So who did Jupiter grow up to be? Jupiter is now a showman. He is someone who owns a little ranch called Jupiter's Landing. The whole point of the ranch is to market the alien. He's basically using the alien for profit. He makes it come out and suck up a horse just so that the people can see, and he's just exploiting this wild animal. Does that sound a little familiar? That's exactly what happened with Gordy. Except this time, the Jupiter does not survive. Jupiter gets destroyed by the alien. So later on in the film, there's this big scare that OJ right here is going to get abducted. He's going to get sucked up right from his truck. But then OJ remembers an earlier part in the movie where one of his horses got scared because somebody accidentally held a reflective mirror ball thing up to its eye, basically simulating an eye-to-eye contact with an animal. He remembers this and decides to try not looking the alien in the eye in order to survive, and it works. So they end up drawing parallels to one of her old horses to the alien. The horse's name is Jean Jacket. So what do they call the alien? Jean Jacket. Throughout the rest of the movie, OJ almost gets sucked up again like a few times. It's like really scary. You're like fearing for this guy's life the entire time after the first scare. And after all these times of almost being sucked up, at the end of the movie, he actually looks it right in the eye when it turns into this giant jellyfish, this giant floating thing. He looks it dead on, and it respects him. Why does it respect him? Because he didn't try to exploit a wild animal. The reason that Gordy, the monkey, attacked all those people on the set of the sitcom is because these showrunners, these people who made the sitcom, tried to exploit a wild animal and tried to keep it in a habitat where it wasn't safe. It wasn't healthy for it to be there. This is the same thing that almost happens with Jean Jacket the alien, and I think that this movie really nails that message. And yeah, that is basically all of Nope. That is why Nope works. Nope works because of how terrifying it is. It works because of how unique it is, and it works because of how the message of the two stories correlate. It's a message that works really, really nice in a movie like this, and I really hope to see more like this in the future. It is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's one of my favorite movies of 2022, which is a pretty high bar. Like I said, there were a lot of great ones this year. And that is about it. If you guys liked the video, please do subscribe. Please hit the like button. I'm definitely going to be making more videos about video games and movies. If you like that kind of thing, make sure to stick around, hit the like button, and I will catch you in the next one. Ray is Blue, out.